This man was so much more evil than I initially thought. So I must have been around 10 years old, and my sister and I decided to go to Subway one night to grab dinner late. My parents just gave us a little bit of cash. Subway was right down the street. We walked ourselves there, we're ordering our food, and I couldn't help but notice some odd movement at the front door. I look over and I see the door swing open, and as the door is slowly closing at the last second, this very odd old man long stepped through, like when there was just a little bit of room left, and then he stood in the doorway, very unnaturally, looking right at me. I try to brush it off and continue ordering my food, but this old man walks up to the register in front of us in line, so he cut us, and he talks directly to the worker, and he says, "Their food's on me, I'll take care of it." We found this a little bit weird, but we were a little bit too young to interpret what was really happening. And he asked me, "What's your name, young man?" I instinctively lie to him and I say that my name's David because something about him is putting me off. And then I'm looking at his hand, and the first thing that I notice is that it's abnormally large. But it would be rude if I didn't shake it after he just paid for my food. So I reach my little hand out, and his hand engulfs my hand. It wasn't regular sized, but the sheer size of his hand wasn't the weird part. The weird part was how soft his hand was. It was like baby skin. He held it for a little bit too long until the worker was holding our food over the counter and giving me the eyes to let go of that man's hand. So I pull away and I grab my food and we thank him for it before we go sit down. He gets his food and he sits on the other end of the restaurant. My sister has her back towards him, but I'm able to see him the entire time as he's sitting in the corner. And this man is honed in on me. He's not just looking over every once in a while. He's not even touching his food. Luckily, the worker comes around the counter and he pretends to ask us if we need anything and gifts us 2 free cookies. But while he's by our table, he whispers to us to not leave until that man does. So we're